The desert night stretched out before me, a canvas of starlight and darkness that seemed to hold 1,000 secrets. I stood alone on the rocky terrain, my breath misting in the chilly air. It was supposed to be a simple camping trip, a chance to escape the bustle of the city and reconnect with the silence of nature, but what awaited me in the stillness of the desert was a terror beyond imagination. I had set up my campfire and settled into my sleeping bag, the crackling flames casting dancing shadows on the surrounding rocks. The silence of the desert was palpable, a heavy weight that seemed to press down on me. I gazed up at the night sky, the stars shining like distant beacons in the velvety expanse. As the hours slipped by, a strange unease settled over me. It was as if the desert itself was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. I tried to shake off the feeling, chiding myself for letting my imagination run wild. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't escape the sensation that I was being watched. I zipped up my sleeping bag, hoping to find solace in the warmth and darkness. Just as I was beginning to drift off, a sound cut through the silence, a faint rhythmic thumping that seemed to echo from all around me. My heart raced as I sat up, straining to identify the source of the noise. It was a sound unlike anything I had ever heard, hollow yet resonant, like the beating of a heart from the depths of the earth. I clambered out of my sleeping bag, my pulse quickening. The thumping grew louder, reverberating through the ground beneath me. It was as if the very earth was alive, pulsating with an otherworldly energy. I fumbled for my flashlight, the beam of light cutting through the darkness. As the light swept over the rocky landscape, I froze. There in the distance stood a figure, tall, slender, and impossibly still. My heart raced as I aimed the flashlight at the figure, my hand trembling. Its skin was pale and translucent, and its eyes glowed with an unnatural light that seemed to pierce through the darkness. I stumbled back, my mind struggling to process what I was seeing. It wasn't possible. My rational thoughts clashed with the surreal image before me. The figure remained motionless, its gaze fixed on me, and then, in a voice that seemed to bypass my ears and echo directly in my mind, it spoke. "Fear not, for we mean no harm." The voice resonated, its tone both soothing and unsettling. "We are travelers from beyond the stars, seekers of knowledge and connection." The words reverberated within me, each syllable carrying a weight that I could not comprehend. The fear that had gripped me began to ebb, replaced by a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. I hesitated, my voice barely a whisper. "Who are you? What do you want?" The figure's eyes seemed to deepen in intensity, as if it were scanning my very soul. "We are explorers of the cosmos, observers of worlds," it explained. "We have watched your planet from afar, curious about the beings that inhabit it." I took a cautious step forward, my flashlight trembling in my grip. "Why reveal yourselves now?" The figure's gaze held mine, its presence commanding yet enigmatic. "The alignment of the stars has granted us this opportunity," it said, "a rare cosmic event that allows us to bridge the gap between our worlds." The memories of ancient myths and legends flooded my mind, stories of celestial alignments that opened gateways to other realms. I felt a mixture of awe and disbelief as I stared at the being before me, struggling to comprehend the enormity of the situation. "We seek to understand your world, to learn from your experiences," the being continued, "and in return, we offer knowledge beyond your imagining." The thumping, which had faded into the background, suddenly grew louder. I turned my head, realizing that the sound was coming from behind me. My flashlight illuminated a series of strange monolithic structures that seemed to have appeared out of nowhere. They glowed with an eerie, pulsating light, synchronized with the rhythmic thumping. "The structures are conduits," the being explained, as if sensing my confusion. "They harness the cosmic energy of the alignment, allowing us to establish a connection with your world." I couldn't tear my eyes away from the structures, their presence both mesmerizing and unsettling. I felt a tug at the edge of my consciousness, a sensation of being drawn towards them. The being's voice echoed in my mind once again. "You're curious, are you not? Would you not like to experience the universe in ways you have never imagined?" The words resonated with a promise of knowledge and adventure, a temptation that I found difficult to resist. My thoughts raced, torn between the fear of the unknown and the allure of discovery. The being extended its hand toward me, its palm glowing softly. "Join us," it urged. "Embrace the convergence, and the secrets of the cosmos will be laid bare before you." My heart pounded in my chest as I weighed my options. The allure of the unknown pulled at me, a force stronger than my fear. With a mixture of trepidation and determination, I took a step forward and reached out to grasp the being's hand. As our hands touched, a surge of energy coursed through me, a rush of sensations and images that transcended the boundaries of human understanding. I glimpsed distant galaxies, witnessed civilizations rise and fall, and felt the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. The knowledge flooded my mind, overwhelming yet exhilarating, but as the rush of sensations intensified, so did the sensation of being pulled apart. Reality seemed to warp around me, the desert landscape twisting and distorting like a mirage. The structures pulsed with a blinding light, and the thumping became a deafening roar that seemed to reverberate within my very bones. And then, with a jolt, it all stopped. I found myself back at my campsite, the desert night silent and still once more. The monolithic structures were gone, as was the figure that had spoken to me. The memories of the convergence remained, a jumble of sensations and knowledge that left my mind reeling. Days turned into weeks, and I struggled to make sense of what had happened. I shared my story with others, hoping to find answers or validation. Some dismissed it as a dream or hallucination, while others speculated about government experiments and extraterrestrial phenomena. But the memories were too vivid, the knowledge too profound to be dismissed. I became consumed by a relentless curiosity, a thirst for understanding that drove me to seek out ancient texts, contact experts in the fields of cosmology and astronomy, and even delve into fringe theories about interdimensional travel. As time passed, the memories began to fade, but the pull of the unknown remained. I continued my quest, driven by a need to uncover the truth. The desert held its secrets, the stars continued to shine, and I remained forever changed by the encounter that had blurred the lines between reality and the cosmic abyss.